And thanks for staying with us, everyone. We're back discussing updates in the United States ahead of the November election. Joining me now is a diplomat in residence at the School of International Service of the American University, Wayne. Mr. Wayne, thank you for joining us again. Well, Mr. Wayne, if you can hear me, Kamala Harris, we saw her raise more than $81 million into campaign coffers in just one day, and some have called it perhaps the largest single-day haul of any presidential candidate in history. Is this an indication that a nomination is being widely accepted within the party?
Yes, I think there's great enthusiasm for the change of leading candidates here. There's a lot of appreciation for Joe Biden and affection, and people thought he did a great job in his first 3.5 years, but they were very worried that he would not be a strong candidate against Donald Trump. And so this outflow of money, plus she already reportedly has the pledges of the support of enough delegates to be nominated and elected by the party, is an indication that people feel they now have a fresh breath on possibly winning this election going forward.
All the 23 Democratic state governors, we understand, have publicly backed her, including several who had initially considered potential rivals for the nomination. What do you think can change ahead of the convention in a month?
Well, I think we're going to see Vice President Harris now out on the campaign trail on a regular basis. And so she'll be establishing impressions with the people, and we'll see what the reaction is to this. We also need to see, as the Republicans are trying to regroup, how they're going to attack her. We know that there will be a number of attacks that aren't based on policy, that will probably be based on her performance, on her background, on what she brings to the office that she's been in. But they're reformulating how they're going to come after this. And now it is Donald Trump that is by far the oldest candidate. And in fact, now that Joe Biden is out, he's the oldest candidate to be running for the presidency of the United States. So that whole age factor, which weighed heavily against Joe Biden, has now shifted to Donald Trump.
Very interesting how that changed really fast. But I was even saying that Kamala Harris will still need actual votes during the convention. You don't think the support will wane? You don't see any surprises springing up ahead of that convention?
Well, you can never tell about surprises, but so far, nobody has indicated that of note that they are going to challenge her. It's been pretty amazing, this rapid shift and lining up behind her as a candidate. As you indicated, there are a number of people now that are being considered for vice president. There's a vetting process going on that's being led by former Attorney General Eric Holder, I understand, for the among the candidates, and so they'll be working on that in the days ahead. But I think the Vice President Harris, is going to be out on the road on a regular basis, presenting herself, explaining her positions. Now that she's in the limelight.
You know, prior to Joe Biden stepping down, Donald Trump had played down on Kamala being a potential threat to him winning this election. Seeing how things are turning out fast, well, do you consider this contest a fair match if she officially gets the party's nod?
Well, I think it's still going to be close until we see a number of the polls taken going forward once she is the candidate. Right now, there's this initial very positive reaction from the core of the Democratic Party and Democratic voters, but we'll need to see how the broader American public responds to her. And of course, she is going to be trying to be attractive to those voters in the middle, to a number of suburban women who used to be sort of available for the Democrats. And also, I think what we're seeing is that she is going to get a lot of Democratic supporters off the couch, as they say. People were worried that people were so unenthused and so worried that they would stay home. Similarly, for younger voters.
Indeed.
But there seems to be already a lot of activity on social media by younger voters expressing enthusiasm.
So I guess time will tell if the party can make good use of the 3 months, about 3 months remaining, and if the time will be enough to get the most votes on election day. But which do you think will count more? Biden-Harris' performance in the past 3.5 years, or the fact that we're looking at the highest-ranking woman ever in American politics and the sentiment of having the first woman to lead the U.S.?
Well, I think people are going to be looking forward on the foundation of what they've done in the past 3 years. And so for the Republicans, that means they will be attacking things that they thought the Biden-Harris team messed up on. They didn't do well. For the Democrats, that means they're going to say, look at all that we did as a Biden-Harris team in the last 3.5 years, and this is what we're going to do going forward. We have a new, youthful, fresh vision to take forward for America, a positive vision for America, and they will attack the Republicans for having a very negative view of where America is.
Interesting days ahead. Diplomat in residence at the School of International Service of American University, Owen. It's good to hear your thoughts on these stories every time.
My pleasure to be with you. Thank you.